Hey, what's going on, people? It's Leecherman here, and I'm back with another video. Man, it has been a minute since I last uploaded. I got a comment on my last video in the YouTube Studio app, and I decided, let me check out what that is. And it said the last time I uploaded a video was 2 weeks ago, and I was like, that's not true. So I went on YouTube, I checked the date I last uploaded a video, and it has been since June 26th. It has been a minute, about 2 weeks since I last did a commentary, and I've just been, like I said, I'm at home, so I don't really have time to myself to do what I want to do. And also, I have an exam coming up at the end of this month, so I've been studying for that. So I've been away from, I've been playing a little bit, but I haven't played that much. Like this week I haven't touched my console at all, and I don't plan on touching it that much until I take this exam and I'm done with this exam. So it's few in between how much I can play. Like the last thing I played was Iron Banner, which was I think last week or so. So I haven't really had much time to do anything commentary or video wise or gaming wise. But regardless, that's not exactly why I had to hop on the mic, because I wasn't expecting to do or make a video for a good bit. Or make a commentary rather, not just a video, because I do have a video coming out later on. It's gonna be kind of like my word montage type thing, which is gonna have words and stuff. But anyway, regardless, that's not what I want to talk about. I had to make a commentary because I read this article on the Federalist and thefederalist.com. If I remember, I'll add the link in the description if you want to go look at it and read it yourself. And it was just talking about our society and what's going on in our society and how it's changing. And recently, as you all know, there have been two main things that have happened in our social society as it is. And one of those things was Bruce Jenner that became a lady. And the other thing was gay marriage was made legal in all 50 states of the United States. Now, personally, I don't agree with either one of those things. As y'all know, I am a Christian, and so I have certain beliefs that I have that I live by the word of God, and I live by that. And so I don't agree with those two things, but I didn't see it. Well, I saw it as a big deal as the way our society is changing. But the other thing I noticed with it was the way people got attacked if they spoke out or if they just stated their opinion about it. It was something I wasn't expecting. Everybody has a right to an opinion, freedom of speech type thing in the United States. And I didn't understand why people were getting mad at other people for saying, I don't think this is right, or gay marriage should not be legalized, or I believe a marriage should be between a man and a woman. Or the fact that they said a person should not be able to change their gender because that's who they're created to be. And I didn't understand why people got angry at other people making that statements. And people talk about being tolerant in our society today, but I see less and less of that unless you believe the same thing as what's going on in our society. We have a society idea of inclusiveness, if you understand. If we have a society idea of you have to be a part of this thing, or if you're not a part of this thing, you're shunned and looked down upon. I didn't understand why people were showing that. And this article was talking about the two types of mental states that you can possibly have. Not really mental states, but two types of societies and two types of kind of leadership role type things you can have. There's the authoritarians, which basically all they want, it's like a dictator type thing. They want you to follow their rules, and they don't care what else you do, but you must follow their rules. It's kind of like how mobs ruled in the old days. If you didn't follow their rules, they didn't care what you did, but if you got in their way and you didn't follow their rules, they were going to do something about it. And then the other way, which is what we're moving to in our society, and I believe we have to be very careful about it, is totalitarianism, or totalitarians. And just to give you an idea of people who have been totalitarians, Hitler was a totalitarian and Stalin was a totalitarian. What does that mean to be a totalitarian? Which I can't say that word very well, but I'll put it on the screen so you guys can have an idea of what I'm talking about. But what it means is you don't just want people to follow your rules. You want that, but the other thing you want is for them to have the same beliefs as you do. You don't want people to have an opinion outside of what you believe should be their opinions. as we know, in Germany after World War I, they were kind of downtrodden. And so Hitler rose up because he was able to change their mindsets and get them to think the way he did. That's why he was able to control and make a set of people hate another set of people, in the Jews. He was able to completely change their minds, and everybody was just like, oh yeah, we hate them too, and stuff like that, even though those people had never done anything to them. It was like seeing somebody walking down the road and just saying, I hate you just because of you. Or like we've seen in racism, or how it's worked out, and how the mindset of so many people were formed and changed to be, yes, we hate those people just because of the color of their skin. And what I'm seeing it as in the world today is, if you don't agree with certain things that the world believes is right, everybody attacks you. Everybody, you see, like like I remember one time Chris Broussard, if you don't know who that is, he's an ESPN analyst. And one time when the whole gay thing was going on with the players and all that stuff, and they asked him, so you don't believe that being gay is right, or gay marriage is right, and all that stuff? And all he said was, no, I do not believe in it because of my Christian beliefs, because of what I believe in. I believe that a man should be married to a woman. And he got so much backlash because of that one thing. He didn't call anybody out, he didn't hate on anybody, and just because he made that statement, everybody called him he's a bigot, called him all sorts of things, just because he didn't agree with what was going on in society today. And all I have to say is, we have to be very careful as to how we're moving in society today. We are moving to a direction where if you have an opinion outside of the four walls of media, if you have an opinion that media doesn't agree with, then you're shunned and looked down upon. In our society today, it's based on, well, people should do whatever they want to do. Yeah, people can do whatever they want to do. There are consequences to that. But at the same time, I have my own opinions. And if I state my opinions, we can have a debate, but you don't need to flame me for stating my opinion. If you don't want my opinion, you don't have to take my opinion. You can ignore my opinion. But if you ask my opinion and then you tell other people to flame me because of my opinion, I'm sorry, that's completely wrong and should not be that way. There's so much in society that we see of, if somebody doesn't agree with somebody else, there's this person should not have this power, this person should not have this ability to say what they need to say. I don't know if it's due to the fact that social media has grown to the stretch and the reaches that it has, or it's due to the fact that nobody wants to get educated on a topic and everybody just wants to give their quick take on whatever topic it may be. I don't know why, but we've moved on, and we're moving ever so close to this totalitarian society. To this kind of, if anybody has read the book 1984, it's a great book. If you haven't, go check it out, by George Orwell. That's the basic idea. It's basically they want to break you down, bring you down to the lowest point that you are at, and make you believe what they believe. So I can't agree with that kind of society. I can't just sit back and say, you know what, it is what it is and all that stuff. I had to say something. That's why I'm making this commentary in my own little way. It's my own little way of educating the little people that I can educate, the younger generation especially, because they're growing up in a society where it's wrong for you to be exclusive. It's wrong for you to stand out. They're growing up in a society where everybody is almost treated like the same. Being an individual is no longer a thing to be or look forward to being. And I can't agree with that or accept that. We have to be able to accept people no matter the opinions that they have. I love the sentence, I agree to disagree, because you're saying, although I don't agree with you, I'm no longer gonna fight you on this thing because we don't see eye to eye. I know it takes a lot for somebody to say, I don't agree with you on this topic, and then it takes a lot to say, you know what, even though I don't agree with you, we can still chill. Like, I disagree with a lot of my friends on so many different topics, but you know what we can do? Later on in the day, we can still say, I agree to disagree. And we have to come to that point in our society to agree to disagree. We have to get to that point that we can debate topics and talk about important issues in our community without somebody being scared that they're just gonna get flamed everywhere they go. Why should people have to be afraid of what might happen to them for just having an opinion? Why should people be scared or get death stress but for just having an opinion? I don't understand it. And we're moving ever so close to that kind of society where everybody will basically be the same. Everybody will wear the same thing each and every day. Everybody will be a robot. All the things that we're seeing because people are innovative and stuff, the accomplishment that we're able to have in this day and age, we won't be able to have them because people just can't accept or see outside the four walls of a box. Because people can't step out of a box and look above the wall to see what can I do to make myself better, or just see how does this person think, maybe that will better it. If everybody thinks the same way, nothing will ever get done. But anyway, that's all I have to say on the topic. This was a whole lot longer than I thought it would be, and I'll talk to y'all another time. It's gonna be a while before I make another commentary, but when I do, should be good, hopefully. But I'll talk to y'all later. God bless y'all, and remember, learn to agree to disagree. God bless y'all. Peace.